Hey guys, Ryan here. Today we're going to be doing a review for The Walking Dead Season 9, Episode 10, titled Omega. Okay, I think we all can agree the ending was definitely the best part of the episode, by far. At least to me it was. So the episode opens up with a flashback where Lydia, Alpha, and Lydia's dad, Frank, are in, they're in like this basement, or a moldy basement. I think that's how it was described. And then it's like day 23 in the apocalypse, and it's actually misleading because it makes it seem like Lydia's dad is abusive. But actually, it's explained later on that Lydia. That's what Alpha brainwashed her to believe that it was her dad that abused her, when it's actually Lydia or Alpha that abused Lydia, and Alpha was like that before the apocalypse. So it really makes sense and it really connects the dots that she's crazy. She even was before, but so we got to see that Lydia's dad was actually killed by Alpha, but her mother told her that it was a walker that got him, because she wanted her to believe that her dad was the bad guy instead of Alpha actually being the bad guy. So Alpha actually abuses her, and it's really bad. So her dad actually tried to protect her from Alpha and from the zombies, and and Alpha's like, no, we have to go, we need to get out of here. And yeah, it wasn't too good for Lydia. So that's basically the flashbacks. We got a lot of Henry, Daryl, and Lydia sort of stuff. So, and then it cuts to Henry and Lydia, and they're talking in the cells. And then later on, he kind of reveals too much about the kingdom, and he tells her about the kingdom, how far away it is. And then Daryl takes him out, and it's like he's super mad at him. But there is one line that just didn't make sense for him to actually like tell him, where he said, me, Enid, and a few others, we've been switching off. Like, why would you tell him that? It didn't seem right. It didn't really fit, in my opinion, but I'm not here to nitpick. I just saying I didn't really care for that line. It seemed weird. When I watched the episode, it's just like, why would you tell him who's all been doing it and that kind of stuff? It just didn't make sense. But maybe that's just me. But also, we didn't see Enid in this episode, and it kind of makes sense to see her in the episode, but I guess not. That's kind of the annoying thing. She's been there since season 5, and Magna and Yumiko, who've been here for about 4 episodes, already play a bigger part than her, and have like done way more than anything, because they need to work on how they can incorporate her into the show a little bit more, because she just like, it feels like she's there, she's just not doing anything. I mean, I know we'll see her next episode because she was in the trailer and stuff, but next episode, oh, it looks so good. But anyways, so, Daryl and Henry gets mad at Daryl, and then Daryl goes down and he starts talking to Lydia, and she's like trying to open up to him, and she kind of like attacks him, I guess, through the cell. She like grabs at him or something. It looked like she scratched his face or something, but nothing too huge went on there. This was honestly it wasn't a filler episode. It was a really good episode, but it wasn't like an action-packed episode. Like there wasn't a war going on. There was a cool few walker kills. Other than that, there wasn't like a bunch of action in it. So anyways, back to this. There was mostly talking to Lydia, honestly. Like, I'd say about 2/3 of the episode had to do with Henry with Lydia, or Daryl with Lydia, or Henry and Daryl. So there was a lot of Daryl, and I was really actually enjoying it. I didn't have any complaints about it. So Henry and Daryl kind of get into an argument, but then Henry sneaks back down there, and sneaks her out of the cell, and then he's like, I don't know, he eats a worm. They both eat a worm. And then Daryl's actually watching them while they're talking and outside of the cell, because he knows. But then Lydia is like about to kill him or something. She like grabs a hammer, and and then she hears a baby cry, and all her past comes back to her, and like the way her mom abused her, and then she just realized how much she doesn't actually want to go back to her mom, because it's her mom that's like that, not her dad. And yeah, so we got some really cool bonds between Henry and Lydia. Henry honestly didn't even bother me that much this episode, like at all. He didn't. So I think he's a good character. So for you guys that hate on him, I mean, I guess that's you. but I don't see anything wrong with him. He literally hasn't done anything wrong. Well, I mean, he did let out Lydia, but it's not like she killed him, or killed anyone else. But I mean, yeah, that's kind of a dumb decision because you don't know what she's gonna do. But I mean, still, I really liked their interaction in the episode. And then she's like, when she hears the baby, like when she hears the baby cry, she just like spazzes out and she's like, "Oh, take me back to my cell, take me back to my cell." And then they end up spending the night down there in this cell, and they're like hold hands and stuff. But yeah, so he's gonna do something more stupid just because of his hormones, and you know that's gonna happen. You know, I think I already know what's gonna happen next episode because I read the comics. But yeah, so you guys that do actually hate him, you're gonna be very irritated. I'm kind of excited because I love seeing the comic adapted to the show, no matter how irritating it can be. So I'm just excited to see it happen. I don't really find characters annoying on the show. Like, I mean, sometimes I do if they just like are ridiculously extra or they just like don't have anywhere to, like, I don't know. Anyways, so then I really just want to talk about the ending, but we'll do that in a minute. So Henry and Daryl and Lydia have a really, really nice conversation, and I loved the bond between Daryl and Lydia at the end of the episode when them three were all talking, and then it's just like she's like breaking down or whatever, and Daryl's like, it's okay, and it's like she's like actually opening up to them. She's like, my mom's not gonna come for me. They don't care about people if they get killed or if they get lost, if they get taken, then they don't care. They just leave them. So that's why she wanted to find out information about their group, so that way she would have something, so she would have a place still in the Whispers, so she could go back and tell them information. But yeah, so we're gonna talk about the ending now. So at the end of the episode, we get so Magna's group, we gotta talk about this first. Magna's group is like sort of going against Tara's wishes because they sneak out at night and they want to try to find Luke. So yeah, they go to try to do that. It's like the middle of the night. There's actually a Whisperer watching them. But, so it's like the middle of the night and a walker comes out of nowhere. But they're all like, especially Connie, or Kelly. She gets really emotional. And they're like, we have to go save Luke. And then it's just not safe because it's like pitch black out. Can't see anything, and with these weird people out here, it's not safe, and it's not a good idea to be out there. So then they head back, and then Tara actually or their guard saw them sneak out. So then Kelly and Connie were actually right behind them, but Kelly and two other guards are a little bit ahead, and Connie's back a little bit. So she's kind of like separated-ish from them. Like she could catch up if she wanted to, but she doesn't. She's like maybe 20 yards back or something. And then all of a sudden, Tara and Yumiko have this like cool conversation about Tara's like, you know, about her leadership, and I don't exactly know what I'm doing. If you have anything against what I'm saying, then just come talk to me. So, honestly, I really do like Tara as a leader of Hilltop. Anyone that hates on Tara, I honestly don't understand what your problem is, because she's done nothing wrong. Like, there's just too many characters that have done, like, literally nothing, and people just hate on them. Like, Carl. I don't understand why people hated on Carl at all. What did he do wrong? I mean, yeah, he didn't listen to his parents, but what kid does? I mean, honestly, especially in the middle of the apocalypse, I wouldn't be worried about what my parents are saying when zombies are trying to eat me. It's just common sense, though, to stay inside the walls when it's literally just you. So, anyways. But, yeah, I really am enjoying Tara now. I didn't ever, not enjoy her. I just didn't understand what they were doing with her character, because she never had anything, important to do with the story. But I'm really happy that she's becoming, a big part of the story now. Honestly, I have to say, I kind of like that now that, Rick is gone. And Maggie, I really do miss Maggie. But Rick, I just, now that he's gone, I really like the story. I mean, I love the first 5 episodes, though, so that was really cool. But now that he's gone, a lot of the other characters are sort of moving into a spot of, a main role, and it's really enjoyable to watch, and I do really like it. So at the end of the episode, when Yumiko and Tara are having the conversation, she sees Connie and Kelly coming, being escorted back. Then she's like, wait a minute. She looks up, and there's, a group of Whisperers heading straight towards Hilltop. It's, maybe 30 Whisperers. So then, now that Connie is all the way back there, Kelly turns around, and she's trying to get to her, but the guards pull her back into Hilltop, and then Connie has to like dive into the cornfield right there and try to hide from them. And she's like, she can't hear since she's deaf, so that's gonna be kind of creepy, especially if like one of them sneaks up behind her or something. But so anyways, then Alpha walks up and she's like, I'm Alpha. I love her accent. I just think it sits the character so well. And I'm really excited to see next episode because it looks so cool just to see her interact with our characters finally. I mean, we knew that she was coming this season since like the beginning of it. We just knew that they were going to do the Whispers. And since episode 6, which has actually been about 3 months, I've been so excited just to see her interact with our characters. Now, she kind of did last night, and she kind of did a week ago in the mid-season premiere, but it wasn't like a full-on conversation like her and Daryl are going to have next week. It was just her capturing Luke and Alden, or her talking to Daryl. I just can't wait to see Alpha next week. So, she's like unmasked and everything too. She's got like dirt around her eyes, and I just think she looks so cool. And I can't wait to see her the rest of the season, because we know that now that we've actually have her introduced in both ways, masked and unmasked, because that's how it was in the comics. It's like this is Alpha's first appearance, and this is Alpha's first appearance too, but unmasked. So it's kind of like that. It's kind of like a thing in the comics to comic readers. But I'm really, really excited to see Beta now. Now that we got an Alpha, I really want to see Beta. And yeah, Funko, if you're watching this, which you probably aren't, because this literally has nothing to do with Funko, like the video doesn't, but we need an Alpha Pop, we need a Beta Pop, and we need a Lydia Pop. I prefer to have a Lydia and Alpha masked and unmasked. We're probably not, I hope they don't do that dumb Beta storyline where it's like, you can't take off my mask, because in the comics, oh my god, that was so dumb. It's like, I don't mean to hate on it, but it's like, you can't unmask me because he used to be a famous basketball player. That is the dumbest idea ever. That makes no sense for the story. It was just stupid. I mean, if they can come up with something better of why he can't have his mask off, then I'm all for it. But a basketball player, that has nothing to do with the zombie apocalypse. No one's going to care if you used to be famous. Get over yourself. You probably weren't that big of a deal anyways. So, yeah, I'm just hating on Beta because I hope he doesn't stab Aaron. I don't think they'll do that in the show, because Aaron, he already lost an arm. So anyways, thanks for watching the video. Leave down below, what did you guys think of tonight's episode? I thought it was I loved the episode, because like it was really, really cool character interactions, and we got the amazing ending of Alpha at the end, and I just want to see her next week. I love the promo for next week, because we get to see Carol and the Kingdom. Watch my opening minutes. It's my latest video. You can see actually Jerry confirms that him and Nabila, which is the girl that he was kissing in episode 2, are actually gonna have a baby. And this was in the middle of the time jump, so it's maybe like 3 out of the 6 years in, or 4 or 5, I don't know. But he probably has most likely had the baby already. So next time we saw him in episode 6, so he probably had the baby then, but we just didn't see it because we didn't get to see a bunch of Jerry. We haven't seen a bunch of Jerry this entire season, but I'm really, really excited to see next episode because it just looks so cool. But yeah, so thanks for watching this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed last night's episode, and I will see you guys next time.